So let us see what is stroke. It's a common neurological disorder in clinical practice. And as I mentioned earlier, is the second leading cause of death after myocardial infarction. So what is it? This is a focal neurological deficit caused by disruption of cerebral circulation. Every word is important. Focal, that's one part of the brain. Neurological brain deficit, decrease in activity, that is caused by disruption of the cerebral circulation. Either it can be a blockage there or an hemorrhage there, which produces some neurological signs and symptoms. And this can occur because of thrombosis, embolism or hemorrhage. Thrombosis is occlusion locally, embolism is clot forms elsewhere and then transfers to a different place, and then hemorrhage is rupture of the blood vessels. So this is very important to know that it's a focal neurological deficit and that is caused by disruption of the cerebral circulation. And that can be of the three types: thrombosis, embolism or hemorrhage. So let us see what are the signs we should be worry about. This be fast is a mnemonic being used of late. It's very important to understand this because stroke is like a brain attack. It's very similar to that of a heart attack. Stroke is a brain attack and it's very similar to that of the heart attack. In heart attack, they have only very few symptoms like chest pain, sweating. Then they go to the doctor. Whereas in a brain attack, the symptoms can be very varied. So they do not go to a doctor immediately and they may waste time. So the precious time for thrombolysis may be lost. So to avoid that, we came out with a mnemonic: be fast. What is this be fast? C for any balance disorder, sudden balance disorders. E is for eye, sudden changes in vision, double vision or difficulty in seeing. Yeah, face is uneven, that there's some deviation of the angle of the mouth like that. Then arm, there's an arm drift, slowly the arm is coming down, arm is weak. Speech disturbance, either it can be trouble speaking, trouble understanding or appear confused. When any of these is present, you should call our emergency services immediately. So be fast. B is balance, E is eyes, F is face, weakness is face, weakness is arm, speech disturbance, T is time is brain. Because thrombolysis done within the first 3 hours is very helpful in ischemic stroke in appropriate patients. So you should remember this very well. Then the sudden 5 warning signs can be weakness, vision problems, dizziness if it's a posterior circulation stroke, it can be headache, it can be trouble speaking, depending on which vessel and which territory is affected. Comes to the signs and symptoms. See, suppose somebody comes with sudden numbness or weakness of the arm, face and leg, especially in one side, it's very easy to make a diagnosis of stroke. So you can see there's an arm drift here. Sudden confusion, trouble speaking or understanding, we may or may not attribute it to stroke. So you should be careful in considering this also as stroke and rule out stroke so that we do not miss out on that time. There can be suddenly trouble seeing also. Vision can be affected in one eye or both the eyes in one half of the field. And there can be trouble walking because of loss of balance. They may walk like a drunken person. Sometimes it's just present with severe headache, especially when it's a subarachnoid hemorrhage. So to know regarding the cerebral blood flow, it is important that we should know the normal one, which is 50 to 60 ml per 100 grams per minute. This is the normal. When it comes down till 20, it's still ischemic, but you can survive. 20 milligram per 100, 20 ml per 100 grams per minute. What happens at that level is the protein synthesis gets impaired and the membrane, though is still present well. And there is, below this, there is a risk of apoptosis or cell death. When this blood supply goes less than 10 ml per 100 grams per minute, then there is infarction, where there is loss of the integrity of the cell and there is a cell death. So this is very important. 50 to 60 is normal and up till 20 will be ischemia, less than 10 will be infarction. The cerebral blood flow threshold, we should know, is one below which the integrity and function of the cells are affected. That is a threshold of blood flow. In this, the grey matter is more susceptible for infarction than white matter. And even within that grey matter, you should know that basal ganglia has a lower tolerance and gets infarcted much faster than the white matter. So when we talk about stroke, we talk about 3 regions: the region of oligemia, ischemic penumbra and the ischemic core. Why are they important? Oligemia, where there is a reduction in blood supply, we can do something to improve it. Same thing with penumbra. Ischemic core is one where it is an irreversibly damaged region. Oligemia, here there is a perfusion, but it is hypoperfusion. From 50 it comes to about 20-22 ml per 100 gram per minute. Normal circumstances, it's not a risk of infarction. But if it persists, it can go into infarction. Ischemic penumbra is one which represents the tissues that is functionally impaired. Here it is still functionality is maintained. It comes to penumbra, it's functionally impaired but structurally intact. You have to understand, function is gone but structure is present and potentially salvageable. Important word is potentially salvageable. It is what, this is the tissue which we try to salvage by thrombolysis. And here the blood supply is 12 to 20 ml per 100 gram per minute. Ischemic core represents the tissues which is irreversibly damaged when the blood supply comes less than 12 ml per 100 gram per minute. So, oligemia is around about 22 ml, ischemia is 12 to 20 and ischemic penumbra is 12 to 20 and ischemic core is less than 12 where it becomes infarcted.